April 2023 video horoscope with me, Lada from AstroladaOfficial. Guys, April eclipse season starts. Wow, we're gonna have the first eclipse in Aries, the first with North Node since 18 years ago. So big shifts are about to happen, and we're gonna have the luckiest day of the year. Jupiter will join the sun. For every one of us, some powerful new creative inspirational opportunity will appear that will make us feel more alive. We'll talk through all of that. And Mercury goes retrograde, but who cares? But the eclipses and Jupiter and the sun. But before I start, I just want to let you know that this is my birthday month, and I only do once a year discount of almost 50% of all of my courses. Only my courses. It's not going to repeat again this year. I'm doing it just for my birthday month for 2-3 weeks. So if you'd like to learn any of my courses, I have foundational, short, long. I will put a link below to all my courses, so you can this is the last time I'm doing it this year, and possibly for years ahead, because I'm gonna do a very different way. We're gonna do a subscription from then on, so it's, so we'll see. So thank you so much. Let's begin the April 2023 horoscope for each of the signs. Sun, Moon, Rising, April 2023. Obviously, Aries, this is your month, so probably the most important month for you this year. And I have some very good news for you, because Jupiter and the Sun will be meeting in your sign. We'll speak about that. But first of all, let's begin, because this month is very special, not only because the Sun and Jupiter in your sign, the two biggest bodies, so they're gonna bring something big to you, some powerful new beginnings, because they're meeting, and these are the two luckiest planets, as we call, or celestial objects in our solar system. So they are kind of conspiring for positive for you in some way, for something big for you. But there is also another important thing, is this somehow this year there's two new moons in the sign of Aries. One was on March 21st in your sign, guys, and then there is another new moon where the Sun and the Moon meet together in your sign, but this one is actually on the 20th of April, and it's also a lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, sorry. So something big is brewing up for Aries with two new moons there. It means that the universe is giving you a chance, which is very rare to have two new moons in the same sign. We call it blue moon as well. So once in a blue moon, this is happening for you, Aries, for something unique to happen in your life. New moons are about new beginnings. So you are given in this window from the middle of March 2023 till the end of April, when these two new moons are still active, 2023, to have not one but two new beginnings, so multiple new beginnings. So you have a prolonged window of where you can start something that you do that changes your life. If it's your ascendant in Aries, it can be some new beginning, some new project you initiate, something to do with your health, with your appearance, with your lifestyle. If it's your Sun, it can do something to do with important men in your life, with your goals, with your dreams, with the kingdom you want to create in this life, that you're allowed to, for much longer period than other times, to receive inspiration and to begin those things. Or your career as well. If it's your Moon in Aries, it's your family, your personal life, relationships. It can be your emotional well-being and health. It can be anything to do with personal life, that you're given a powerful new opportunity to begin more than once. Or it's like twice you're being imprinted with new impulses. So time to begin new things this month, the whole month, guys, starting from March the 10th, the 20th, till April, till the middle, actually, till the next full moon, till the next new moon that is not in your sign anymore. So that will be till the middle of May. You have this huge window of opportunity to begin new things. And let's start a little bit, though, from the beginning of the month. On the 3rd, approximately, for some other places in the world, it's happening a week before, for others a week after, but we're speaking approximately for the States. Let's say Saturn is becoming visible in your 12th house. Actually, Saturn has been invisible from the start of the year, and it's moved into a new sign, but now you're really going to start seeing what it means when a planet Saturn is being born, becoming visible for the first time in Pisces in your 12th house since 29 years. So you can begin now something. Maybe it's not going to be on the 3rd. It might take a month before, a month after, but now is the time to put new structures. When Saturn is born again, is to put new structures and routines and habits which are connected to the 12th house. So these are structures and routines and habits that can help you overcome some weakness of yours, because the 12th house is the blind spot. You see, it's the last house behind us. It's the house of undoing, of hidden vices, of addictions, of something that you're self-sabotaging yourself through. So are you self-sabotaging yourself about your health, to eat too much sugar, unable to work out, or to drink, or to smoke, or to spend too much? Is the house of spending as well. So now Saturn is about regulation, control, limiting yourself. And if you don't do that, you'll be able to. If you put yourself certain limits, certain routines, you'll be able to stick with them better than ever before, because Saturn is this disciplined energy. And so do try consciously to put some new routines, habits that will help you eliminate unhealthy lifestyle, hidden vices, addictions, and so on. Otherwise, if you don't do it, it will come to you from outside. You might be forced into that. And we're never happy when we're forced into something, even if it's for our good. Then also you can put some new structures and new build something material. In faraway countries, the 12th house rules that, or start building some proper structures and something tangible in regards to intangible things, which is weird, because this is the 12th house, in regards to some mystery studies, psychological research, digging into your subconscious, studies of like astrology or the invisible world, and so on. Okay, but the biggest thing for you guys is that, okay, let's not jump ahead. Let's go to the next big event. Full moon in Libra in your 7th house, happening on the 6th. So full moons are about seeing the results of something. It's happening in your 7th house of relationships. It can be around that time and for the next 2 weeks from the 6th onwards, where there is some important resolution of a situation connected to relationship, to contract, to agreement with someone. It might be personal or business agreement, where you sign something off, or where you complete where it ends, or you complete some kind of a relationship, contractual agreement, or you take a relationship to the next level, or there is just more focus on relating with others overall, and it's emotional, and it's connected to maybe being able to bond with others on a deeper level, caring more what also others think, and taking feedback from others to some extent. The peak is on the 6th, of course, but it affects you for 2 weeks. And also if you're working with someone in a collaboration or doing something together, this can be important, a moment where there's certain developments there, but it's something that you've already started, something that you're familiar with, or someone that you're familiar with, that there is important developments there. It's not something totally new. So when it comes to you starting something new, yes, you are. But when it comes to something that with others, that involves others, or provocation from others, or contract agreements with others, this is something that just gets further development or conclusion, or seeing the results of it. And because with this full moon, the Chiron participates. It's conjunct the sun, exactly opposite the moon. There can be a sense of Chiron is the wounded healer of some wound that has happened to you, that's personal wound, but that directly affects your relationship. That there is a resolution and seeing results of, and certain developments, so certain kind of healings as well. But it can feel a bit painful, because Chiron is a painful planet. That's how they describe it as well. So also, the next important thing that we see is that the sun will join Jupiter in your sign, especially if you're around 16, 17, was it around those degrees? No, let me just check what degrees it is exactly happening on. Around 20, I think. Yes, that it's happening around 20 degrees. But so if you have anything around 20 degrees, uh, that's you're going to feel the Sun Jupiter conjunction very powerfully. But even if you don't, what is important is that right now, this month, the two biggest planets, the Sun and Jupiter, the two great benefics, the Jupiter is almost as big as the Sun. They say that any moment it can self-combust and start become like a second sun in the sky. It's so powerful. It's uh, body weight. So those two giants, gas giants, are meeting in your sign. This is considered by Western astrologers the luckiest day of the year, when Jupiter and the Sun meet together and they're meeting in your sign. So pay attention, guys. I would say maybe this can be a time you can start something very important. A time around the 11th. It's around the 11th. You can feel it a few days before, a few days after. But I think the whole month you would feel this exuberance in you. You'd feel this energy. You'd feel like there is angelic forces protecting you. You'd feel both Jupiter and the Sun are very creative. You can notice like waves of inspiration inside you. You can notice waves of energy that help you restart and rejuvenate yourself and make you become put like a new beginning in your life. Again, we see the theme here of new beginnings, because conjunctions start new beginnings. And it's time for you to dream bigger, bolder. For some of you can achieve something that you've always wanted, something big. For others, it can be a big opportunity that comes into your life that opens incredible doors to achieve something. For others, can be just raising of the mood, lifting up of your vibration in a very positive way, where you feel you can do things. For others, it's inspiration. For others, it's opportunity to travel, to learn something. It's very Jupiterian in energy. And for others, it can be just downloads of inspiration, downloads of connecting to higher consciousness, some spiritual, very spiritual, even experiences of sorts, like where you feel some kind of a unity consciousness, or where you feel joy, or like you're getting mini hits of coke every day. Like this, if you've had low tonus and low moods for years or whatever, now Jupiter, Sun in your sign are going to bump up that energy level for you. And from that higher vibrational level, I advise, not to advise you, see that you can see more positively. You can see the solutions and opportunities for the future that you get excited about, and opportunities come to you and you attract certain things. Or maybe also something good can come to you from someone in power, or some kind of a, not everyone, but you can receive some kind of honors or recognitions or opportunities for you. Or maybe an important male figure can appear in your life to help you. Important figure with power or higher social standing, which is our Jupiter Sun, in some way to influence your life. So that I would say the whole month this influence is powerful. It peaks around the 11th, so use it to the best of your advantage. And of course, then we have on the 20th the new moon in Aries. That's actually not just a new moon, it's a total solar eclipse. Here on the 20th, you can feel it a month before, and it's going to be active for the next 12 months after. It's happening at the very last degree of Aries. So those areas that the later born, say born from around let's say from the 10th of April to the 20th of April, they can feel it the strongest. But especially if you're born 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th of April, 20th of April to that, this is very, very powerful new moon eclipse. So again, new beginnings, but when it's an eclipse, some fated events are happening. So for all areas, fated events, all the eclipses are starting to happen for the next 2 years almost in your sign. The first one is just now in April, guys. And you're going to see your life for most areas, because sooner or later the eclipses will start happening in lower degrees, but starting now the later degrees, your life will change for the next 2 years. Usually an eclipse tells you that there is a year ahead where huge decisions and changes are coming, fated. It's with the North Node, so it tends to give you something material. It tends to, you gain something that you've wanted, or it's kind of a material manifestation. But again, it can be disruptive because eclipses introduces something very new into your life, and that can feel destabilizing, that can feel scary sometimes. But Aries is very adventurous sign, so hopefully they'll ride with that. Sometimes when there is an eclipse, powerful new beginnings, like if it's near your sun, it can be in career, it can be in regards to important men, father figures, something. It's like fated, you know, father figures, males, husbands, in regards to your career, in regards to your you have to be a bit careful about your health, because the sun is your life, it's being eclipsed. Or if it's your moon there, 29 degrees late as well, you have to be more careful about your health, or your ascendant. If your ascendant is from 26 to 30 degrees Aries, more careful, because there is it can be fated events, as I said, but just when it comes to health, you have to be more careful. But otherwise, it's almost like your body is preparing for a huge shift that will happen. So the immune system weakens, and sometimes person is more susceptible to accidents and such things. So just around the 20th of April, be a bit more cautious, but like your whole body is preparing for a big shift. For, as I said, there will be some, and it can happen very fast with the North Node. It can be, and it's usually something unfamiliar, something new that comes, something that you might be afraid of. And this kind of fear that grips you is the fear of the unknown, but it's also excitement, but the body, it can feel like weakening of the immune system kind of hit on it. But usually people tend to gain something big, a big shift in the direction of career, a big shift in your personal family life, if it's your moon there, a big shift in your relationships as well, if it's the moon, a big shift in your ascendant is everything, personal and your personal direction in life and your relationships. So it depends which of those 3 points is. And right after that, on the 21st, Mercury goes retrograde, and it will be retrograde till the sometime in May. So this is a period now, April and May, where there'll be also extra focus on your finances and resources, and especially be careful around any possessions around this period when Mercury is turning retrograde, a week before, a week after, because this is a time you are, there can be some complications with anything material, like any possessions and anything to do with money. Don't take risks around that time. You might have already invested money to move them, to change something there, to reconsider your spending, your budget. So usually during the retrograde period, we kind of try and we see a different perspective when it comes to money, to finances. We have to fix something, to redo something, to replan and reconsider anything connected to resources, money, finances, or your prices. If you're in business, this will be your prices. You reconsider your, you know, rearrange something. And by the time Mercury turns direct in May, things should come back to normal again, and you should have improved, hopefully, that area of your life. So there you go, Aries. The most important month for you is this month, with 2 new moons, Jupiter and the Sun meeting together, and of course a solar eclipse in your sign. May God bless us, and may we be able to answer this powerful universal cosmic call for awakening for us. Thank you.